Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames, and if you're new here, be sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. In this video guys, I just want to provide you with a quick update as to what is happening with the Yeezy inventory that Adidas has on hand. Now, it is reported that so far Adidas has sold 682,300 pairs of Yeezys, racking in $170.5 million. They have two releases remaining, and Ye so far should be paid a little bit over $5 million from this $170.5 million. He is entitled to his 15% royalties. And it's not net sales royalties because he's the designer of the brand. He's the owner of the brand. Okay? So it's not net sales. It is immediately after sales. They have to give him that 15%. Now, there's no update as to when the other two releases will take place from Adidas, but I do hope that after this inventory has been sold out, there is no further collaboration from Ye and Adidas. My reason for saying this is because Adidas has been trying to steal Ye's money, and more information is coming out about that. If you're not aware, last year, November, the first week of November, Adidas, along with a judge, illegally froze Ye's money, $75 million. They seized his bank account, his Yeezy bank account. Not just that, they sealed the case so that no other judge or anyone could get access to it. Now, in the freeze that Adidas did, they had 6 months to provide tangible evidence that the $75 million in Ye's Yeezy bank account actually belonged to them, because Adidas froze his account on the basis that that $75 million belongs to Adidas. So the judge that did them the illegal favor, because it was all illegal, Ye should have been given the right to contest the freeze. That right was taken away from him, so it was illegally done. His constitutional rights were taken away. He was treated just like a slave without rights. It's typical of how Black people are treated in America more than 50% of the times. Now, the more than 6 months had passed, Adidas could not provide any evidence that the money was theirs. Ye's lawyer pushed for the case to be brought up in court. They got a new judge. They got a hearing. Judge Caproni, who's the new judge, said that the money was illegally freeze as well, because Ye should have given the opportunity to prove that the money belonged to him the moment that Adidas ordered the freeze on his account. So Caproni unfroze the money with immediate effect, and Ye was able to gain access to his bank account again. Now, that happened on, I believe it was the 25th or the 26th. And then we're hearing 2 days ago that Adidas attempted to refreeze the account, but the judge was not having it because Adidas, again, if they were going to freeze his bank account, they would have to provide tangible evidence that that $75 million actually belongs to them. Now, Adidas has absolutely no such evidence, and as such, they could not refreeze his Yeezy bank account with that $75 million. Now, more people are coming out to speak out against this, including Matt Walsh. They're talking about Adidas stealing from Ye. What is also being revealed is that Adidas has held on to a few $1 million for Ye as well, that they're refusing to pay to him because they cut ties with Ye over alleged anti-Semitism. No, it's been proven. His lawyers are pushing that there was absolutely nothing anti-Semitic about what Ye said, and more people are on Ye's side, saying that what he said wasn't anti Semitic, right? It was just a misinterpretation of his words. Not just that, also a typo as well. And even if he was being anti Semitic, as Adidas is claiming, because if you guys remember, when we learned that Adidas cut ties with Ye, they had over $365 million that they were supposed to deposit to his bank account. Adidas held on to that $365 million, and they had refused to pay him at that point. And shortly after that, that's when they froze his bank account. So Ye and Adidas, they are still in mediation because Adidas has a lot of money for Ye. When I tell you a lot, they have over $400 million for this man that they are refusing to pay him. But their case is not a good one. I can tell you that much in advance. Their case is trash. It is whack. And Ye's legal team is sitting on their ass. Not just that, Ye's legal team is not talking to the media. They're not talking to anyone. They are keeping a very low profile, which I love for him, because the moment the media speaks to his legal team, we know that, Ari Emanuel initially sent his order to media outlets and how they should treat Ye. And because of that, we see some media outlets, even until this day, reporting lies on this man, using certain derogatory terms to describe him. And that is because of the order that Ari Emanuel had issued to them initially. So more than 80% of what the media reports about Ye as it relates to the unpleasantries, they're not factual, which I've proven on my channel repeatedly. It's just all a fallacious attack against him. So, as it relates to the mediation that he's in with Adidas, Adidas is not doing good. They're losing. They're going to continue to lose. And more people are learning about what Adidas actually truly did to Ye as it relates to his money and his brand, because Adidas is also fighting to keep the Yeezy designs. They're saying that in order for the company to survive, they need those Yeezy designs. And Ye is not letting go of his designs unless Adidas gives him twice the royalties that they have to pay on each sales, right? If he's going to allow them to keep it, they has to pay him more, or they allow him with his designs, which they cannot argue. They can argue it, but they cannot win that case, because the reality is those designs belongs to him. No, initially when Adidas made a report about their designers are the ones who designed the best-selling Yeezys, Adidas put out that report because it was within their intention to steal Ye's designs. But automatically, it wasn't making any sense to the public. And that's when Adidas faced that major backlash, because the public was saying there was no Yeezys until Ye. Your company was in a rut. Ye brought his Yeezy designs to you guys. You built your company out. And on top of it, you want to steal from this man. You want the world to believe that you were the ones who designed Yeezys. So why weren't you selling Yeezys before Ye? It's not making any sense. So immediately there and then, Adidas knew that if the public was not buying their ish, and if the public was providing, all of that information, they automatically knew that they could not go into court and say, well, these designs belong to us, because they would have lost. Ye has evidence that the designs belong to him. That is what Adidas had signed off to use in their contract. So Adidas really doesn't have a case. So at this point, because Adidas doesn't have a case, they're in mediation with Ye, fighting and hoping that Ye would at least meet them halfway. But Ye is playing hardball. Ye ain't fucking around with nobody. He's defending his money and he's defending his rights. And Adidas, as I said to you guys, is the last as we once knew it. People may say Adidas has been around long before Ye, but it's not how long the company has been around. It is how long they last, right? And we know that things aren't looking good for them. Adidas has built their company on the backs of the black community. What they did to Ye was definitely a no-no. Even Jewish people are coming out to say they will not support Adidas theft from Ye. And as such, Adidas as we once know it has definitely ended. I believe that if Adidas does rebrand, it's going to take them major repeated losses to rebrand, and it may take them over 5 years to, gain some amount of stability, maybe a decade, who knows. But I do hope that, as with everything else, Adidas do get their karma as they deserve to. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are and see you all next time. Bye guys.